basketball. It's more than just a game, it's a global phenomenon, a cultural touchstone, a sport that unites people from all walks of life. But you know what's even crazier? It all started with a dude named James Naismith, a gym teacher with a peach basket and a soccer ball. Picture this, December 1891, Springfield, Massachusetts. Naismith, a Canadian-American physical educator, is tasked with creating a new indoor game for his students at the YMCA training school. Winter in New England? Trust me, you need something to do indoors. So Naismith comes up with this idea. 2 teams, 1 ball, and 2 peach baskets nailed to a wall. The objective? Toss the ball in the basket. Little did he know this simple game would explode into a global sensation. Fast forward to today and basketball is everywhere. From the NBA's electrifying atmosphere to the packed gyms of local YMCAs, the sport has transcended borders and cultures. Millions tune in to watch their favorite players, mimicking their moves, rocking their jerseys. And to think, it all started with a peach basket. In the early days, basketball was, well, a little different. Imagine a game without dribbling, dunking, or even a proper basketball. It was a slower, more structured game. The first official game was played on December 21st, 1891, with 9 players on each team. The final score? 1-0. The game slowly gained popularity in colleges and YMCAs across the country. But it wasn't until the formation of the National Basketball League, NBL, in 1937 that professional basketball started to take shape. These early pioneers, with their two-handed set shots and slick passing, were the unsung heroes of basketball. They were the ones who kept the dream alive, who paved the way for the legends who would follow. Their contributions to the game are undeniable. The year was 1946. World War II had just ended, and America was ready for some serious entertainment. Enter the Basketball Association of America, BAA, a league that would eventually merge with the NBL to form the NBA we know today. These early NBA years were a wild time. The game was still finding its footing, rules were evolving, and players were pushing the boundaries of what was possible on the court. One name that echoes through the halls of basketball history from this era is George Mikan. This guy was a dominant force, a 6'10" center who towered over his opponents. Mikan led his Minneapolis Lakers to 5 championships in 6 years, establishing a dynasty that set the standard for future generations. These pioneers weren't just playing a game, they were building a legacy. The 1950s and 60s, the era of poodle skirts, rock and roll, and a center named Bill Russell who dominated the game like no other. Russell's arrival in the NBA in 1956 with the Boston Celtics changed everything. He was a force of nature, leading the Celtics to an unprecedented 11 championships in 13 seasons. Russell's Celtics were a team for the ages. They played with a level of teamwork, precision, and defensive intensity that was unmatched. They were led by the legendary Red Auerbach, a coach known for his cigar-chomping swagger and his ability to get the best out of his players. The Los Angeles Lakers, led by the likes of Elgin Baylor and Jerry West, provided some epic battles, creating a rivalry for the ages. These were the glory days of basketball, where legends were made. The game reached new heights. While the NBA was busy establishing itself, a rival league emerged in the 1960s, the American Basketball Association, or ABA. Think of it as the NBA's cooler, more rebellious little brother. They played with a flair and a showmanship that was unlike anything basketball had seen before. The ABA introduced the three-point shot, brought in a red, white, and blue ball, and played with a fast-paced, high-flying style. Legends like Julius Erving, aka Dr. J with his gravity-defying dunks, and George Gervin the Iceman, with his smooth-as-silk finger rolls, became synonymous with the ABA's flashy brand of basketball. Though the ABA eventually merged with the NBA in 1976, its impact on the game was undeniable. It injected a much-needed dose of excitement and innovation into the NBA. The ABA paved the way for the modern game we know and love today. The 1980s, shoulder pads, leg warmers, and, oh yeah, one of the greatest rivalries in sports history, Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird. These two guys were the epitome of basketball excellence, each possessing a unique skill set and an unquenchable thirst for victory. Magic, the charismatic point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers, was a magician with the ball in his hands. Bird, the stoic small forward for the Boston Celtics, was a sharpshooter extraordinaire and a fierce competitor. Their rivalry, which began in college and spilled over into the NBA, captivated the nation. It was a clash of styles, a battle between East Coast grit and West Coast flash. Magic and Bird brought the NBA back from the brink, ushering in a golden era of basketball. Their rivalry transcended the sport, captivating audiences and inspiring a generation of future stars. They were icons who helped shape the NBA into the global powerhouse it is today. Enter Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. This guy was a different breed, a relentless competitor with an unmatched will to win. Jordan's arrival in the NBA in 1984 with the Chicago Bulls ushered in an era of dominance. He led the Bulls to 6 NBA championships, capturing the hearts and imaginations of fans worldwide. What set Jordan apart was his unwavering determination, his killer instinct, and his ability to elevate his game when it mattered most. He was a clutch performer, hitting countless game-winning shots and inspiring his teammates to greatness. Jordan's impact on basketball extended far beyond the court. He became a global icon, his No. 23 jersey a symbol of excellence and inspiration. He transcended the sport, becoming a cultural phenomenon. Basketball, once primarily an American sport, started to gain serious traction globally in the late 20th century. The 1992 Barcelona Olympics, where the original Dream Team featuring Jordan, Magic, Bird, and a roster of NBA superstars dominated the competition, played a pivotal role in this globalization. Suddenly, basketball wasn't just an American game, it was a global phenomenon. Players from all over the world, inspired by the likes of Jordan and the Dream Team, started to make their mark on the NBA. The international influx brought a new level of skill, athleticism, and excitement to the league. This globalization of basketball has been one of the most significant developments in the sport's history. Remember that funky three-point line the ABA introduced? Well, it made a triumphant return to the NBA in the late 1970s. And boy, did it change the game forever. Suddenly, teams could win games from beyond the arc, and players who could consistently drain threes became invaluable assets. This three-point revolution transformed the way basketball was played. Teams started to prioritize spacing, ball movement, and of course, three-point shooting. Players like Reggie Miller, Ray Allen, and more recently Stephen Curry became synonymous with the three-point shot. The three-point shot has become an integral part of basketball, fundamentally changing the way the game is played. Basketball in the 21st century is a sight to behold. It's a dynamic blend of skill, athleticism, and global appeal. Players today are bigger, faster, and more skilled than ever before, capable of making jaw-dropping plays. The game has evolved into a fast-paced, high-scoring affair, with an emphasis on spacing, ball movement, and three-point shooting. We're witnessing a golden age of basketball, with superstars like LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Giannis Antetokounmpo pushing the boundaries of what's possible on the court. The modern game is a testament to the sport's evolution, its ability to adapt, innovate, and captivate audiences worldwide. So what does the future hold for basketball? One thing's for sure, the game will continue to evolve, to push boundaries, and to captivate audiences worldwide. The three-point shot is here to stay. Technology will undoubtedly play a larger role in the game, from advanced analytics and wearable technology to virtual reality training and enhanced fan experiences. The globalization of basketball will continue, with more international players making their mark on the NBA and leagues popping up in every corner of the globe. The game will continue to break down barriers, uniting people from all walks of life through their shared love of basketball. Whatever the future holds, one thing's for sure. Basketball will continue to be a source of excitement, inspiration, and entertainment for generations to come. It's a game that's constantly evolving, constantly surprising us, and it constantly reminds us why we fell in love with it in the first place.